Hi everyone, my name is Danielle Swayze, and today I'm going to talk to you about the athletic company Nike, who makes some of the most popular shoes and athletic sportswear today. I'm going to talk to you about how they became a company that went from making shoes at the back of their car to a multi-billion-dollar company. So Nike was founded by Bill Bowerman, who was a coach, and his track athlete Phil Knight in 1964. And they came together and decided that they wanted to do something different, and they thought that maybe they should do athletic footwear and make shoes for different athletes. So they started by working for a company called Onitsuka Tiger, which is now known as ASICS, and they made shoes for this company, this Japanese company, and they sold the shoes out of the back of their car, and they sold the shoes to track athletes. They were very successful, and they made about $8,000. And after a while, they decided to open their first store, which was called Blue Ribbon Sports Tiger Shoes. And they opened the store in 1966, and in the first year, they sold about 13,000 shoes. And they made a profit of about $20,000 in the first year. So the company was really successful and taking off well. Later, they decided to stray away from ASICS and start their own company. This is where they called it Nike. Nike was made from, they got the name from the Greek goddess Nike, and then they got the Nike check from a student, Carolyn Davidson, who they paid $35 for, and they got this in 1971. Bill Bowerman made his first pair of Nike shoes, as you see here, from his wife's waffle iron, and he made it for track athlete Otis Davis, who later went on to the Olympics. So it was really special that for his first pair of shoes, he made it for an athlete who ended up making it big in the Olympics. The Just Do It slogan was adapted in 1977, which was gotten from a serial killer whose last words were, "Let's do it." So they thought that it was a good enough slogan to adapt with the swoosh design that they made, and so they became Nike Just Do It. Nike currently makes a lot of money off endorsements. Their first endorsed athlete is here, Ilie Namaste, who was a Russian tennis player, and he got his first endorsement deal in 1972. Now, endorsements are a big part of Nike's money-making thing. Their biggest endorsed athlete is Michael Jordan. Even to this day, with Jordan not even being an athlete anymore, he brings in most of Nike's money. He has the Jordan shoe line, and he brings in about $60 million for Nike every year. And he still continues to this day to bring in all the money, most of Nike's money. Now, there are other athletes who are endorsed by Nike, some of them being LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Tiger Woods, and Kobe Bryant. Durant, Kobe, and LeBron all have their own shoes with Nike, their own basketball shoes. And even though Nike pays them to be sponsored, their shoe lines bring in a ton of money for Nike. And a lot of the money that they make comes from endorsements. So over the years, as you can see, their profits have grown exponentially from 1990 to 1999. They went from about $2.2 billion to about $9.6 billion, being the peak in 1998. So their company took off, basically. Some of the things that helps this company take off is the technology they put into their shoes. As you may know, nowadays we have Flyknits and Shox, but they started off with a Nike Tailwind in 1978. And they went to Air Max in 87, Free Run in 2005, Shox in 2000, and now we have Flyknit technology. So with their technology, it helped them build profit, but they came to a standstill a little bit. They ran into some problems. They were still making good money, but their net income was declining a little bit. As you can see, they reached a peak of net income of $796 million, but it kind of fell short in '98. This is due to the fact that sometimes have a hard time keeping with the trends. They have a lot of competitors. Some of their competitors are Reebok, ASICS, Puma, and Adidas. Adidas being their biggest competitor because Adidas falls second to popularity with athletic shoe wear. So Nike also ran into other problems with their company with having sweatshops in China, and they were having child labor issues, and people were protesting for Nike, which also hindered their profit in stocks, which also lowered their profit. So they were trying to make a comeback, and of course, as a company does, they always make a comeback. So they decided to buy out four different companies. Nike owns Converse, Hurley, Cole Haan, and Umbro. So these four companies they acquired, they helped improve their stocks and improve their margins exponentially. Converse is still popular today among the youth. Hurley is popular. Also, to help increase their profits, they also created an app, the Nike Running app, which many people use to track their runs and to get out more, because Nike encourages you to be active, get out, and do things. They also have the Nike Run Club, which people come together in cities and run together. Their newest campaign for this year was the Equality Campaign, and this campaign was encouraging everyone that no matter whether you're an athlete, a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, on and off the court, we're all equal and we're all still human. So this launched back in February, and to push things even further, to further their horizons, they have now come up with hijab for religious women. The hijab is set to release next year. It's set for women of religious cultures who do wear hijabs, because hijabs tend to be really hot and hard to work out in. So to help encourage these women to be more active in sports, exercise, they have created hijab. As you can see, Nike has found ways to make itself successful, not just with shoes, but also with embracing culture, athletic wear, encouraging others to run, and for the future, Nike will probably continue to be a successful company. And that's all.